Let's go. I think it's a good, yeah, this is a good start right here. Let's go. I got some artwork to do today. Getting them numbers up, as. All right, so today I have some yellow cats. Ooh, it's super bright too. Wonder if that light's gonna hurt us. Yeah. Well, we got some markers to paint because I have this idea, and I always have ideas. I wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, hey, you could probably do something like this, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I cut a bunch of these out today. When I say a bunch, just a bunch. Cut their heads. Cut their heads. I think that light is just, it's probably too much. It's probably too much. I cut some of their heads off. I cut their heads and I got their tails too. So we're gonna do a little bit of coloring. I think that's it. I think that's the last of it. But we have markers in order to draw on them because in the end, I'm actually gonna glue these to shirts, and that's what I thought of. Yeah, that's what I thought of. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I hope you guys stay for a little bit. You know, there's always something to do here, right? There's always something. I just want to make sure, we have a good time doing it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with this one right here. Yo, it is so bright. Look how bright that is. Would you like that on your shirt? It probably won't be that bright. But if you add it to your shirt, it'll make you brighter. How about that? Let's go. I hope you guys can hear me too. I do not have my headphones on today. Interested in participating this time around. All right, what's up, Brooke? Let's go. How you doing? All right, so what I did was I had to cut them out separate in order to get the shapes correct. So I could put the heads on a little later. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut the spot where yo, I don't even know where that sunlight's coming from. Honestly, I have no idea, but they're not really bright pieces of foam. So I have no idea why it's like, I don't even have the light on, but whatever. But anyway, so I have to attach the heads, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut the little arc out where the head meets the body, and then glue them directly to the shirt. Let's do it like this. It'll go like this. I think I want it on the back of the shirts, and then the front will have the smaller tags, and I don't have the smaller cats with me right now. I don't know where the smaller cats are, but yes, that's what we're gonna do because I like these, and I was like, you know what, I want to draw on them. So let's get started. We're not gonna, yeah, we're not gonna keep talking while I'm drawing. So we're gonna start with a color. Since we already had yellow, I said we can do. Let's do it black. Let's see what black looks like when we add it to this yellow. Kind of a Pittsburgh color, if you guys know what I'm talking about, black and yellow. So we're gonna do that. If I can find a marker, that would be cool. That's black. Any marker that is. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing right now because you can't see what I'm doing right now. It's all the way over there. That one has no cap on. This one's uncapped. Sometimes I do like when I uncap them because that means that the markers will dry up on the tip. Everybody loves a dry tip, so. And it helps when I etch into paper. And look at that. There is not one single black marker. That's colorist right there, bro. Why do you not have a black? Oh, there it is right here. I found it. I found it. Okay, so this is the cat we're gonna start with. And yeah, I think this is the right side. What's happening? How y'all doing? Actually, I don't see the chat. It's really weird. I don't see the chat section. Am I live? Wait. Ah, it says I'm live. Okay. Yeah, that was really odd. I couldn't figure that out. But so this is what we're gonna do. And so I have tons of markers, so I'm just gonna add colors. That's it. That's basically it. I'm just gonna add what I think will help out the texture look of each piece. So I'm just going to add, I usually like to do it right side up too, but I don't know, something about looking at it upside down is different for me than it would be for you, but you know, you got it. You got it. What's up, Gabe? How you doing today? Chartreuse, flamboyant purple, gray, and pink. Okay, we'll try that. We'll try that. I actually grabbed a black marker first. So one of those will be the next color. And I think that I'm just going to do one color at a time. I mean, I do have plenty of them to work on. So, and you're only going to get to see one side of the cat once I put it on the shirt. So one side will be glued down and the other will have the paint. Get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But I think I do have, I don't know what chartreuse is, so you're gonna have to give me a little better of a hint of color that what that will be, because that's an interesting color, chartreuse. And once again, I'm adding this to a yellow surface. So if I'm gonna fill this up like completely, that yellow probably will still show up as much as I think it won't. It'll probably be very dominant still, um, regardless. You know, if I mean, I could use some more acrylic paint and just use a brush to paint completely over it, but I think it'll take away from the yellow effect because all of the cats that I've created, they're all yellow. They're not anything else but that. And so there's like a little bit. Oh my gosh, there's the sunlight is like beaming. I might have to change the direction because that's crazy. All right, see. You said Diddy power? What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. What the heck does Diddy power mean? I'm open for conversation. I mean, but if you know Diddy personally, tell him I said I need like a few $1,000s, um, just to help support the channel. I would appreciate that if that's what Diddy power means. Absolutely, Diddy power. Let's go. Isn't he in jail? Isn't he like waiting trial or something like that too? I don't know. I don't follow celebrities because normally they're not in my house. So I don't get the opportunity to have conversations on a daily with people who are like, doing other things that I'm not doing. So yeah, yep. It is really hard to see. It is. Let me see if I stand it up. Oh, there's like a blue. I might have to close the blinds on this one. That's crazy. Because I want you guys to be able to see these colors that I'm adding. It might be stupid difficult to see that if the light coming through the window or the door or outside. Maybe I should have sat outside today. I thought about it. And then I was like, I have more control when I'm on the inside. So that's how I like it. But we're gonna keep adding some of this black marker to this cat, and looks like we're almost done. So these are probably not gonna take too long. I said I give this about an hour. I have the heads, the tails, and the full bodies to work on today. So at this point, I'm just stamping. I'm not really coloring um, the complete cat. So we're working. We're doing this effortlessly. And thank you guys for joining me too. If you guys like what you see, you can come back for more. If you don't want to subscribe, I'm okay with people not subscribing because tomorrow I'll do something different, and I base that, on something that you guys, you enjoyed for the last stream. And sometimes people just don't want to come back because I'm not making the same thing. And just like I said, I'm gonna have to close this because there's a lot of freaking light. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna close it. I'm gonna ban some of this light from coming through. I don't know if that made a difference, but did it? A little bit? I'm like the light source, I think. No. Maybe. Yo, there's always lighting situations here every single time. Maybe I need to sit closer. Let's do that. Nope, it's still like crazy. Wow. It's always the light. I don't get it. All right, so you said chartreuse. I don't. Yeah, let me look up what chartreuse is. Let me see what that color is, because that's what the color I'm either gonna make the head or the next body chartreuse. Google, Google. And you guys, if you like my content, you should check out the rest of the videos that I have on my channel, because there might be something interesting that you might like or you might be interested in. You know, chartreuse. Is that a person's name? Chartreuse. It's like a green color, huh? Yep. I knew it was gonna be green. And I do have that color. I do have that color. It is chartreuse right here. Yep. Yep. I think this one might be empty. Yeah, this one's empty. So I did have all of the markers, like I have them usually band together, but as soon as I start working, I don't have time to band them together again. So yeah, I know it's in here. I know I have two of them. Or I can just take them all out of the box. There it is. I see it. This one works. All right, so you said the head part should be this. Oh my gosh, that light. Am I just gonna close the blinds? Oh. Yeah, craziness. It's like I'm holding like I'm a light bulb, like a battery, Look at that. I can't get it to stop glowing. Yeah, I just can't get it to stop glowing. It's my fault. And then I put it down, it's not glowing. Look at that. Pick it back up, glowing. Put it down, not glowing. Pick it up, glowing. Isn't that wild? All right. So usually I add white to the eyes of the cat because I made it. So let's add, I think it's the right side. So let's add, oh, that completely went to blue. What? Yeah, that completely turned into some blue type stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, so I have two eyes. I'm sorry, it's my energy today. Like, look, and now it's not bright. I don't know what to do about that. There it is. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now it looks like it's sloped. Maybe I should have put it. Can I erase this? Let me see if I can erase this. No, I'm not gonna try to erase it. This is what I'll do. I'll just turn it around so I can get it correct. All right, cool. I think that one works. It's my energy, my light energy. I had it focused before. There it is. Ta-da! All right. I think I just have to cover up my face. All right. So usually the eyes are black. We're gonna fill this in completely. That's filled in. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, but we're gonna use the green chartreuse marker that Gage asked for. Let's do that. We can. I guess we can fill this. We can fill this in. I'm cool with that. Let's do that. Thank you, Gage. I appreciate you coming in here and laying down some good suggestions. It looks like a bandit. It looks like he's on his way to do some bandit type stuff. Look. Jeez. This is fun. Let's go. So we're just gonna fill this whole cat head up. And if you guys just join me, these are templates for a shirt design. So after I finish painting them, they're going to go dry, and then I'm going to glue them onto a shirt for as like a stencil in a sense, but they're going to be permanently put on the shirt. So yeah, that's what I thought of today. And I thought of it today, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut out a bunch of these. So I bought all of these to the party. And this one right here too. I bought this guy to the party. And I have tails for them. Here's some tails. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna attach them to some shirts and see how it looks. I'm not sure if they're gonna be in the front. I think they're gonna all be in the back of the shirt. But it's all up to people's, desires. If they feel like the front fits, um, then that's what I'll do. If the back it looks better, then I'll just attach them to the back, and yep, and it'll be permanently that way. That way. So that's what I came up with today. And these are like foam pieces. You can buy them at Michael's. That's where I got mine from. And yep, you can cut them up and make like really cool artwork. Generally, that's what I try to do with the new things that I purchase. Sometimes I don't know what the heck to do with them. I get suggestions, and that's how I do it. But he looks like a Ninja Turtle. Yep, that's what he looks like. Super. Put that over my face right there. Right there. Yeah. Ninja Turtle. All right, so I'm gonna let that drive real quick. Um, yeah. So this is the body. It has these black dots on it, and it's extra squishy like this. So I don't know what to make the tail, so I guess I'll just make it black too. I'll just have a black tail. I mean, why not? Why not? I think my hands are going to be covered in ink today, and I usually anticipate that. Yesterday, I went to go doodle. I went to go doodle yesterday, and I had ink on my hands too before I got to the doodle party. So that shows you the dedication and the fact that I don't wash my hands until I'm ready. I'm just playing. This is sometimes you just can't look. I just wipe that, and I just can't get the ink off sometimes. But I do wash my hands consistently. I have a phobia of shaking hands with the president, and I got poop on my fingers, so I wash my hands. I do. So this is all black. I think I'm gonna do another layer of it because it's kind of thin. So we're gonna let that air dry for a few seconds. And I think we got the face. I think green looks good though. Any other suggestions of what that should be? Because I could add white to it. I think that's what I'm gonna do because I kind of do like them when they're super shiny. They look like they're like glossy characters. So I think that's what I'm probably going to do because I just thought of it. Put some action behind my thoughts, and that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I need to get the fine tip black marker because that one, all right, I'm just gonna dump. There it is. To get one marker, I had to dump all of that out because it's a little chaotic. And I also like the sound of the markers, so. And I put it back on the table. That is amazing. He does kind of look like a Ninja Turtle though. All right, look at that. I got his eyeballs. Are you guys having a good time? This is like people just be hopping in. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. I think that it could be a little bit more round. Got it. I got it. All right, let's check on this one. I think Another layer of this black ink should. It's interesting because this space is definitely taking more. Actually, it becomes a stamp too. I didn't realize that. So this is the tail part of the cat. And this is the body. So I just made like small stamps to the body. And I'm just gonna glue it. I'm not gonna glue it. I'm just gonna tape this because this is how it's supposed to look. Yeah. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, there it is. Wee woo, wee woo. All right, and then the tail is just going to go on the edge here because I have this little, see how it sharpens right there? So the tail is supposed to fit on the edge like that. And I guess I can just tape it up there. Probably no harm will come to the making of this cat. And there we go. And we have a finished cat. Done. I like it. I like it a lot. Although the cats I usually make, they're always, is that on my lip? There is something in my lip. They're usually vomiting, just like I had a piece of food there. That was weird. But this one is just jumping. So the cats that vomit, they're just standing still vomiting, obviously. The ones that are, you know, they're just in an air. I don't have another one near me. But yeah, so like these cats, they usually are just jumping, right? That's what they usually do. They're usually just jumping. Finished. All right, so let's get the next one going. I think this will be our next. It's like, I think it's focused on my face. I think that's why it does that. But this one, and we'll do this one. So what's the next color, y'all? What color should we add to this? Which color? I mean, I can do it in full, which will take me, a little bit to do, but we're here for it. Or I can do dots, or I can do lines. Oh, I have to add, I'm gonna add white to that too. Because I want them to look like they're really glossy instead of like flat. Oops. Kick the camera. I'm waiting for you guys. I have a head, I have a body, and I have a tail. So I got flamboyant purple and gay pink from Gage Hansen. I'm gonna tag that one or I'm gonna pin that. I pinned that. Bet. Because obviously somebody's showing their true colors today. Actually, that the green was actually pretty good. I like that. But if you guys are not gonna add, I'm gonna start with the cat's face, and we're just gonna do all red. That's what we're gonna do. All red, let's go. Now, when the cat's faces are red, it means that they're most likely they're gonna vomit, because that's part of their process. Yep, it's just a process. Don't judge. We all got our days. Yep. All right, this is starting to look really good. That yellow behind it is really trying to turn into orange as well. Probably should have put this on a stand or something so I could paint this without it moving. I didn't think about it like that though. I didn't think about it. But I'm going to use all of the ink inside this container to put this cat's face on blast. And you guys are here to watch it. Nice. And I got some on the table too. It's on the table. All right, so that's good. That's good. I did good. Actually looks kind of pink, but it's super red. And it looks like it's not even, I don't know. It looks like it's not red, but it is really red. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry for a second. I'm gonna put that here so it can dry. And I'm gonna start on the body. All right, let's go. Let's see, what color should we use for the body though? Should we draw yellow? No, don't do that. Should we draw this light blue? This blue matches my shirt. This is the same color. I think this is, what color is this? It doesn't matter. I guess we can do, let's see, there's some hair on it. Okay. What can we do? What kind of designs could we do? I usually use scratches. I use dots. I do fulls. Whatever the stamp marker will do, I usually do. I don't know. Let's just start and see where we go from there. Let's start out with some scratches. We'll do scratches. Because just like I said, I want them to look like they're at least rounded dimensional creatures. If you're done with your X, move on to the next. Mark Washington. I appreciate that. That's a really good statement. Yep. That's a hefty statement actually. Mark, you got some experiences, huh? That was a really good That was a really good message. Appreciate that. Mark is having a great day. Appreciate you stopping by as well. Mark with a C. Oh, I'm letting bugs in here too. Oh, there's some good scratches going on. You can tell little tiny scratches. And just like I said, these are gonna go actually on a shirt. I have some planned out design for some upcoming merchandise. So I'm hoping to get some of these attached to a shirt. I'm actually just gonna glue it. I think that's what the best thing. I don't know if it's gonna come out in a washing machine. I guess they'll let me know if it's not worthy, but I'm not gonna do any test runs to figure out if the washing machine is gonna destroy your shirt, but it's totally up to you. I make stuff. I'm not here to fix your problems. It's up to you. So we'll see how this run goes. But I thought of it and I said I'm gonna go and see how it pans out. And I'm pretty sure it'll work out. You probably get a good couple washes in there. Yeah. Or you could just go get it dry cleans. I mean, if there's these are premium shirts, they're not $20 shirts. So, if you're gonna spend the money, you're gonna get your money's worth, but you're also gonna have to take care of yourself because you're an adult. Yep. You're gonna have to do that yourself. Take care of it. And I'm sorry you can't see that from this distance either, but you're gonna have to take care of it. All right, that cat right there. Yeah, it's really difficult to see them with all of this energy. So as I make these scratches on here, each and every single one of these are different, and they are trying to fill the gap with this yellow. And as I etch onto this foam, because that's what it is, it's a piece of foam. It's gonna give some details. And let me see, I think this one is dry. It's dry. It's dry. So once we finish this, we're gonna add some eyeballs to this cat. We're gonna give it a name. We're gonna send it out into the world to become rich and famous. That's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Actually, we're gonna go back and make sure that we add white to the other cat because we want to make sure it looks like it's like it's full of something. Could be full of rain too. Could be. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, I guess it is. It would be easier. It would be easier. Yep, that was delicious. Gotta hydrate. I was about to say it would be easier if I had two cameras so you can see directly down, but I don't know how to do that. I've yet to master that part. Not saying I don't know how to do it. I just haven't had the experiences. I know how to do it, just don't have the experience to allocate that. But if you just joined us, I'm actually working on these cats. This one looks like a Ninja Turtle in the face. Yeah. And these are gonna be attached to your shirt, right? I'm gonna put that, and boom, you're gonna have a nice giant size cat on your shirt. They're most likely gonna go on the back of it because they're pretty large. Um, I like to get them printed. The prints look good on hoodies and stuff on the front, but I'm putting these on shirts. So if you guys can tell me in the comments if this size is correct to go on the front or the back, that would be cool. If you can, yeah. This is a pretty large cat. I didn't measure it, but it looks like it could be a good 8 inches, maybe 9. And like I said, I wanted to go on the shirt like this. Wow. Like that. The marker is running out of steam. I think it's on like an 8 right now. Excuse me, cat. People can't see if you're standing in the way. So this is the one that I'm working on. The edge marks just got really good until it started to run out. All right, all right, all right. We're almost done. It's actually a pretty easy process too. Because I've been doing this for a couple years, and I got like an SOP, an SOP of how like I want to run things. Yeah, that's what I do. I do it well too. Yeah, because I actually cut these out today, and I've never thought about cutting out foam and then gluing them to shirts, but I had the epiphany, is what people call them. Most likely it was my future because I'm here. I'm here doing it. So most likely I read into my future that I was supposed to do this. So here I am. And I cut them out. I got a few. I got a few of them right here that are already made of the cutouts. Yes. I think it's almost done. Start on the feet. That might be true. So as we watch this paint dry, I need you guys to do something for me. I need you to go to my website. I need you to check out my artwork and tell me what you like. You can click on dang, it's hot. If it's not blurry, this is a QR code. Click on the QR code. Go to the website and tell me what you think. Because I'm going to update it as I progress through purpose behind all of my creations. At posters, I have 2 books. All the and I think we're done. Yep, I think we're done. They look pretty subtle though. That blue is, yeah, it's pretty subtle color. I like it though. I like it a lot. So we're just gonna add a few more where it is missing. And we have the face, which is that color. Yeah, that color. Let's cap you. And, oh yeah. That's for you. This cat here, that's for you. You can take it. Yep, it's all yours. Go ahead, grab it. Take it. It's for you. I made it for you. I did. And on the other side, that's for you too. Got it? Got it? All right. I'm glad you got it. All right, so I have to get the white marker. And we're gonna add some eyes. Nice. We gotta wait for it to dry. I think this is pretty round. Yep. Just gonna give it a second. But that's what my face looks like. Yep. And then we got the tail to do. I think this is the tail right here. This tail is gonna go, wait, it's gonna go on this side, or it can go on, wait, it's this side. Yep. See that? That light. It's always the light. Always. So we're gonna do, I guess we can do, wait, because I think he's facing this way. I made it this way, so we have to put the tail on this way. So I guess I can just use, for his tail, I can make the tail red. Let's do that. Red marker, where did you go? Where? It's right here. I found it. I found the red marker. We're just gonna color. And we actually can mix, that word, mix. We can mix the bodies up too. We don't have to use the ones that I just painted together. There we go. That's a color. Yep, that's a color. All right, so we're gonna wait for this one to dry. Oops, that's too much. Gonna wait for that to dry, and we're gonna add some white. That's the tail that goes there. And voila, there is a cat born. Wait, it's like, there it is. That works. Okay, that color works right there. So this is the way the cats are actually supposed to look. Red face and yellow bodies. We did it. All right, I'm gonna wait for the eyes to finish drying. So I'm gonna add, we got this guy right here, this Ninja Turtle head. I'm gonna add some white. And if I remember, they have white on their feet. Oh wait, I did it wrong. No. I did it backwards. I definitely did it backwards. Supposed to go here, and here, and back here. And under the belly, because they're supposed to look like they're super shiny. And then he has on his face. Wait, I'm forgetting. I think it's supposed to go back here. And I mean, I can always go back and redo it. Oh, that might be too much. That might be way too much. Yeah, I think that was way too much. Too much. Oh, now it looks like it's. Oh, shoot. I'm messing up now. Making mistakes. So when I first started drawing, I had whatever picture I had in my head of what I was drawing. I was like, yo, this is really good. Like that's what I thought. Seriously. As somebody who is creating for the first time, that's the first impression I got. Right? I did this right. I'm glad my first time. So for each time after that, I was like, well, that means I can't make any mistakes. Because the first time I did something, I appreciate that I put in what I said I was gonna put in there. And that's what it came out to be. Yep. No mistakes at all. So he's supposed to be like shiny a little bit. Yeah. And because I added white to the face in places that I really didn't want to, I just used the green again and it just erased. Yeah. So I don't make mistakes. I don't. I don't think I ever will because I keep doing my best. Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna put little darking areas for the eyeballs. I think it's dry now. Oh, no, no. I need this to be a tiny bit darker. See? Almost a little lopsided. Let's go ahead and fill that in. Ooh, let's go. See? I did a great job. I really did. So I'm dangling this in your face because I made it. Let's go. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Actually, I have to figure out what this highlighter is. I'll be right back. Give me give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I'm gonna let this guy stand right here. He's got it. All right, thanks for holding my spot there. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, this guy looks good. And I think I'm going to do some highlights. We got front, back, back. This is supposed to draw all the way through here. We'll put some here. This goes back here. This goes to the front. This goes to the front and front. I like it. This can go here and just a little bit more down. So I'm just putting white as a highlight. So they'll look shiny. Look like shiny cats. And just like I said that, it looks shiny now. Let's go. This is really good. I'm like knocking them down today. Look, I got two of them and they're just jumping. They're having a party. Woo. Yep. So these are gonna get glued to your shirt. Once I figure out the rest of the cats, I'm just gonna glue them onto the back. It can actually go on the front too, but I think I'm gonna use the back and then do a small, it's on this side, right here. I'm just gonna put a smaller cat, maybe some flowers or something, but yep, that's what we're doing. So we have our third cat. Here's his body. So we just need another color. Any suggestions? The last one I got was flamboyant purple and gay pink. Yeah, those are the color suggestions. Is there food in my face? I think that's milk. I think there's like goat milk on my face. Oh my gosh. So I made a bunch of these little cutouts so I can make this project real. So that's what we're doing today. And I have the heads. One head here. I have the tail. I think I'm missing a tail. Oh, there's one right there. What do y'all think? This is actually taking me an hour to do two cats, to draw on two cats, not do two cats. That sounds like I'm force feeding them like fish or something. Really? So I need to figure out another color. I have red face, I have green face. I just have a couple markers to choose from. I'll use any color, it doesn't matter. Something to help the body and the face stand out, like, because it's going to be attached to the shirt. So yeah, I'm generally trying to get the yellow emphasis on the cats because it's already yellow. There's no point of like trying to color the whole entire thing some main color, because the yellow is the objective. So I've already used green for the faces. I have like this dark one, Shrinkant Ancher. What's happening? How you doing? You got a color choice you want me to use on the body? This will be yours. Any color, because I'm either gonna do dots, I'm either gonna do scratches. I mean, I could do a complete fill, but once again, it just takes away from the fact that the cat is yellow. So I'm trying to keep that as minimum. And it takes a really long time for me to fill them in. So I have this green too. I have pink. I could probably do another red. Yellow's probably out of the question. I could probably use another black as well. So I'll give you a few seconds to think about that while I am setting up the next one. I think this is this could be the right side. This will be the right side. This will be the tail. Ta-da. And this is the heads. So let me see, we did two right-hand side. Let's do left-hand side. I think that's what we can do. So we'll do this side, this face, and do that. But this one, all right, no suggestions. So we'll just do whatever I want to do then. Sure. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna outline it in white to start. Like I said, we can do anything because this is our superpower. And I've learned how to control my powers. Once you learn how to control your powers, man, you are unstoppable. Yeah. You are unstoppable. And mostly, okay, so let me see how people, there's 4 people watching. I'm gonna tell you the story of the reason why I make cats and why I actually draw the cats the way they are. So there is a place called M33 A, B, and C. Okay. So these cats live on M33 C, or excuse me, B. And so it's like the in between world. So, like, you have the beginning, the middle, and then the end. So they all live on B. So they eat these things called amoeba. They're toxic. And so, yeah. So once you eat something toxic, you become that. And so they're pretty much filled with the toxic. So their colors on the inside, because they are yellow, I fill them with different colors because that's what they're eating. They're eating toxic remains. And so that's why I color them. Their faces are red because they're eating like 5, like large amoeba, because they're cats. So they're filling up and then they're vomiting. So that is the cycle of the cats. And I like to think that it is part of a cycle on this planet. Now I've seen the planet. I see what it looks like. So this is what I'm creating. I'm drawing all of which you see, like see the back here. This is all of the planet. There's black space like that. All of that dark space back there is all part of the planet. So I'm actually just showing you what it all looks like by drawing. I'm playful at this point, but in reality, this is what I've seen before. So yeah. Yep. So let's continue. Let me see. I don't know if you can see there's the amoeba up there. See them? That's from the planet. So the cats eat them, which are toxic fish, and well, you know the rest. They vomit. It's the cycle and the story of existence. And if you don't believe me, you got to check out my previous videos. I think I have, which is really crazy because I have the original video is on my other gaming channel, my other Perky's Pocket gaming channel. If you check out my shorts, the rabbit is so long drawn. The rabbit is the one that opens up the doors so you can see inside these three dimensions. You got M33, A, B, and C. So the rabbit, which is purple, well, in our eyes, that's the color. They're the rabbits, when everybody says, "Oh, the rabbit hole," they're actually doors. They're not really holes. That doesn't make any sense. But so the rabbit will let you look inside the world in which I created from this idea, right? Because I mean, it might look different for something else, but this is how I created it, and this is what I'm showing people. I think it's the same thing as Dr. Seuss had this idea of these creatures that were like furry consistently, right? That's a whole nother planet. And people don't believe it because they're like, oh, well, somebody made it up. And I'm like, well, where do we get any of these stories from? Where do we get these movies from? Because it exists somewhere, right? We exist somewhere. Somebody probably has dreams or intuition or whatever the heck you call it. Yeah, they have to because because that stuff is real. So, and I wanted to tell a story, so I'm just doing my best as representative of these things. Truth is stranger than fiction. It exists. Absolutely. Because I'm like, why the heck am I even making it? Like, why am I bringing it here if it doesn't exist? We have imaginations for what? Because it exists. What's up, Dondrell? Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing today? Oh, I talked about you yesterday. I don't know if your ears are ringing or if you felt that, but I was talking about you yesterday. I went to a doodle party and I met this guy named Troy. And he had told me that he had wanted to, he's an artist too, creator. And he told me that he wanted to move and he wasn't sure if he wanted to stay in this state, which is Virginia. And he was like, I think I want to move west. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, he met this couple who has, a relationship. And he said, I want to live on the beach. And I was like, who else do I know that lives on the beach? I was like, that's crazy. And so I was like, tell me, like, beforehand, I was like, tell me what, so I can hear it out loud so I can help you manifest that, because he said he got his bills together and, he got his credit together and he's like, oh, I'm ready to, I'm ready to move out and move to the beach. I was like, man, you should do it. That's all I said. So you should go ahead and do it. Yep, absolutely. I said that'd be the best thing for, you know, your art. And I was like, bro, you can sell on the beach. You sure can. You sure can. Find, you know, find where it says it's accessible. I said, you sure could. But that's how it works. I was like, I never even met this guy before. I went to this doodle party because somebody invited me, and then they, you know, they wanted to introduce me to other people. So that's what I did. And I was like, man, I sound like somebody I know, man. And I was like, you know what? That's how all this works. Because I'm, you know, I'm telling myself that I want to know more people and do more things. And this is a part of the experience. So people play on it and don't think it's real, but I'm like, these things are all real. Like, none of this stuff is fake. That's why they say don't play with people's lives like that, you know? But this is how far, yeah. Making like little etchings just like that, so I can fill the cats up with rain. Let's go. But yeah, that's the simplest part of you know, our experiences, and I'll probably tell myself more things to experience in the future as well. And that's just how it works. I mean, sometimes it becomes quicker. Sometimes it takes some time because you got to organize people uh, to help you get there. Sometimes it just works like that. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it just takes longer because you're not actually headed to it. You're like taking a detour and like, hey, you know, I can stop over here and do this and do this and do this. Eventually you'll get there because that's what you've already asked yourself. Like one day I said, I'm gonna be the most successful living artist, you know, in selling my artwork. I'm gonna be the most successful. And I believe that. Everything that I do, I believe that 100%. So I tell more people and I'm hoping that they'll get me there quicker, you know, because that's where I say I want to be. Everybody else want to do different stuff, you know. You want to play basketball or, you know, they want to own property and stuff like that. I want to sell art to everybody. That's what I want to do. Yeah. In some form, different shape. That's what I want to do. Yeah. That's exactly what it is I'm doing right now. Yep. I'm also buying artwork too. Yep. Yep. I enjoy that part. That part of people's energy, I enjoy that. I sure do. I sure do. You say, okay, big dreams. Oh man. Oh man. Appreciate that. Yep. I told myself when I was a kid, when I was younger, I'll just say when I was younger, that I said one day, I said people are gonna watch me draw because I enjoy what I do. That's what I said. I told myself that. I was like, people are gonna one day watch me. Like this is the time where there's like no phones. There was like the communication was on landlines and things like that. Like we didn't have cell phones back then, but I was like, I thought about it. I was like, I want people to watch me do what I do best. Look at me now. You know, just one person helped me get here. That's it. Just one person. I thought of it, and now I'm here today. Yep. I made all, you know, I feel like there are really good decisions on the way here. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Let's go. I'm really enjoying it. I got to meet some new people yesterday, and it really it really focuses on like everybody's like dreams and passions because this guy Troy, he was really telling me, he was telling the whole crew, but he was really telling us like what he wanted to do and his experiences. That's all we really do. We just tell each other our experiences and things that we want to do, and we say it out loud. Sometimes like we think about it and like, oh, I don't know if anybody's gonna accept what I'm, you know, I'm thinking. And I was like, most people probably won't because they don't understand. But if you tell enough people, that one person will be like, I'm gonna help you get there because I believe it. That's it. That's the easiest way. Yeah. I was like, tell me, just tell everybody what you think that you need to do, and then we'll give you good suggestions. And you pick one, go with it. If it takes you or brings you back, it's because you guys see something different. Maybe you felt like there was something that was unfinished and you got to go back and redo it. That's really going back in time, but sometimes you don't want to do that too many times because the place that you want to get to, it'll take just a little bit longer, and that might frustrate you on the way. You might get what's the word? You might get shoot, what's the word? Not oh man, I'm missing the word. I know what it is. Not frustrated. It's oh man, I'm missing it. Somebody's gonna say it though. So yeah, that happens to the best of us. It really does. Yeah. But if you just keep going, man, as soon as you get there, you'll be like, it's cool. You're just having fun with it. I see cats right now, but I know what you can do with that piece of charcoal. Yeah, man. Because I think the charcoal, so the charcoal is a different energy. And I was like, wait, I can tell stories with this. I was like, what stories had I come? And then like the charcoal's energy could be something of past and present because I didn't realize how like connected I was with that charcoal. And a friend of mine, his name is Ronnie. Let me see. His drawing is right here. This is Ronnie's drawing right here. See the eyes? He's got like the little Goku and right there. He gave me those charcoal for my birthday on game. He gave me that. And, I was like, okay, I've never used charcoal before. I never experienced what it would be like to draw and he gave me the book, the book of energy. He gave me that empty book so I could fill it with rain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, and it gave me stories and I didn't know that was possible. I was still on a journey, but I didn't know I was going to stop and tell stories. I had no idea, but it did. And it allowed me to see things that, I found greater in my artwork. You know, I still have stories that I didn't get to tell, and I'm trying to figure out how to tell those. Maybe I'll just like stop by and just read them. Maybe just record and read them, and without like doing imagery and stuff like that. Because I really want to tell more of them. Um, yeah, that's what I really want to do. So I'm saying it out loud so I can make that happen as well. Because I have a few really good stories that I didn't get to mention. And once again, like most of these stories are like a little whimsical. You get this idea that I'm taking you on a journey, a short journey. And those type of experiences, like we all kind of need them to balance our brain sometimes. Because if you're sitting here watching somebody do something that's repetitive, or it may take you out of a situation that you're already in, for a little bit, to help you balance what you're experiencing on your side. Because I'm doing this on my side. My experience is way different than whatever you're doing, washing dishes, sitting and relaxing or something like that. So we take ourselves to these different places for a short period of time, like watching a movie, but we want to come back to our own reality. That's ultimately what it is. But the stories, they really help. I kind of wish that I was like talking more to little ones, like kids, because I met this guy named Walt. Um, let's see, his name. I'm gonna get it right. That he had this book. Like I've never seen a book like this in my entire life. So I'm at this arty party. I mean the doodle party. That was the. It's such an experience. Let me see if I did. It says the reading under the rancid Torito. His book is on Amazon. I tell you, if you read this, it'll change your whole life. Because like you think of it like we grew up and they tell us to read books for some reason, blah 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 blah. But he gave books like with text like more value because he added imagery that told about his day. Like this is my day. And that really helps us who are stuck in places and don't figure out like how to get uh what's the word? Like our energy going when we're wanting to create or a, create something that is not our own. So like most of the imagery that he had was of his day. He sat and painted or he was drawn or did some type of pencil sketch or something. And it was just like something like worth reading. So I took that from his name is Walt. Oh shoot. I forgot his last name. And I didn't capture it in the picture. Oh no. How did I do that? But it's called Under Rancid Torito. Toreado. Under the Rancid to read. Oh, it's really cool. It's like a red book, and you can find it on Amazon too. But yeah, like those type of things, I didn't even know this guy existed, and he owns a cafe, and he really got something to show for his existence. Just documenting good days. And I was like, I think I need to do that. I think I need to figure out how to document more of my days. I mean, I do it on YouTube, but through a physical manual will be healthy as well. That's what I was trying to do with the Book of Energy as well. Maybe I'll do another Book of Energy, and I'll do it that way. Um, maybe that'll be something different. Who knows? I have markers now. Like I said, charcoal was something different, but it's really it's charcoal's like I think I if I choose the paper different, maybe something that will adhere a little bit better for the charcoal. I think I could be satisfied. Maybe I need to just find a book, and I'm saying it out loud too. But maybe I just need to find a book that'll take all that charcoal, so it won't like go everywhere. Because a friend of mine came by and she was flipping through it, and she had to wipe her hands a few times because the charcoal was everywhere. But the experience is what it is. It's just charcoal. It's probably healthier for your skin if anything. Maybe I didn't think about that one either. Maybe that's why it does that. As long as you don't eat it, I think. But you never know. So, like I said, all of these experiences will take people, young and old, take you to some place that you're like, I'm glad I was there. I'm glad I went there. Glad I had that thought. It's easier to put good impressions and bad impressions on little ones. So, it could be maybe it could be something good for somebody. So, through all of that, I just finished. I just intended and finished. Oof! I just intentionally finished the full body. It looks like rain too, like little raindrops on the body. Where's my cat? My cat is gonna help everything stand up. Wait, it's still. No, no, no. You just can't see it. It's my glowing energy now. All right, so I have the face for the cat to do as well. So, oh, there it is. Now you can see it. Now you can see the full body. So I'm gonna draw on this one, but I just need another color. So I can do a full color, I can do dots, I can do scratches. Actually, I'm gonna do all the white outline for it too. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, Kitty, you gotta move here. I think this is right. I said I was gonna do the right hand side. Wait, wait. Okay, it's this side. So when I made this, the cat's body is symmetrical on both sides. So I can use either this side or this side in order to put the head of the cat on. Yep. See? That's me thinking. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna do a white outline for the cat's head. Do. And also, so I call it observing, but somebody calls it people watching. When I'm just noticing and focusing on things that I'm experiencing from the outside, like an out of body experience, I guess is what they're calling, what you can call it as well. So these people on to my right last night at the doodle party, they're outside, and the one lady, her eyes kept catching me, right? And I was like, oh, so you want my attention? She didn't say anything. She didn't, like, not to me, but I kept noticing that she kept looking at me. And I was like, oh, okay. So while I was drawing, I was like, you know what? I finished with that one. I laid another piece of paper. Hold on, I'm about to go get it too. So I lay another piece of paper down, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw them because they're sitting outside. And that's what I did. And I kept looking up to see her face, looking down to draw. And I was like, this is a great experience because I've never done that before. I'm not saying I've never drawn people while out, but like in this current, I never did that before. And I did a really good job. This guy that was sitting with the party of them outside, the two girls got up and he was sitting by himself. So he was like, he was facing in this direction instead of facing in the other direction. And he had, I think I still have to do the full body, but he had been sitting with his legs crossed, right? So I drew that. And then I was like, I was really hoping that he didn't switch position. And then he switched position of his leg. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna draw that. And that's what I did. And I was like, this is such a crazy experience. Hold on, I'll be right back. So this is the paper that we were using last night for the doodle party. Okay. This paper, I used this when I was in like elementary school, right? It's like this brownish, I think it's unbleached paper. I think that's what it is. And so I started drawing on it. And I don't know if you can see it, but these are UAPs. I didn't put I did put I did put Perky's Pocket at the bottom. I'm sorry. It's the light is trying to do as much as possible, but these are UAPs. Can you see that? That's what I drew. That was the last thing I drew from the party. And this is the people. Can you see that? It's kind of faint. Let me see. But I was like, okay, I can do that. And I thought of it, I was like, you don't have to finish it. I wasn't forcing myself to do anything extra. I was like, just imagine like what they look like in the dark, whatever the case was. Because it was kind of dark where they were sitting at. The lights were pretty dim, and I was on the other side of a wall that was just a door, like window or something. So I can faintly see them. So it's like just draw their outlines or their silhouettes. And that's what I did. And he kept he kept switching his legs. So his position for his legs, and I just kept drawing where his legs would be at that point. And it was such a great experience. And this lady right here, she kept looking at me like the whole entire time. I was like, I'm gonna draw you because that means you're trying to get my attention. She didn't say anything, like I said, but, and I drew this one. This one, I guess, is a pumpkin in the fields where it was like snowing. And there's like like a little a hay field or whatever. But yeah, that's what I drew. And I drew this. And there's some ants. They're like neon ants because of the mushroom. I like this one though. This one's probably the best one. And then I drew my cats. This was the first one I made though. And I really intentionally, I made, yeah, I made this one intentionally. When I tell you, when people invite you to do stuff, you should probably go do it. I made one, two, three, four. I made 5 drawings that I've never done in my entire life, ever. Well, except for this one. But you know, you get the gist of what I'm saying. I had a great night. All right, so back to this cat face. I need to figure out a color. Gosh, this is my energy. So I need to make this a color other than yellow. Any suggestions? Because we already got the red liquid body right here. And I made these already. This one's like, I keep thinking this one's like the Ninja Turtle of colors. So these I will attach onto shirts. I'm not sure if they're gonna go on the front or if I should put them on the back, but they're decent size. They're about 8 inches or so. Any suggestions? You said red? I should make the face red? Okay. Got it. Got it. All right, so I'm gonna fully make this one red. I think this marker is having its day off. This one's on like, so I always so since I'm working with these tools, these markers, they're acrylic and they have numbers to them. I usually go all the way to like 30 with the amount of ink that it produces. So this one is probably on like a 15 or so. Oh, I knew I should have did that way. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna do it next time then. Okay, I know the next one I'm gonna color in. I know how I'm gonna do the next one. I saw it, but it's too late. I can't go back over the color. All right. I know what I'm gonna do with the next body of paint now. Because like I said, I'm designing this for shirts. Like they're decals for shirts. Yeah. This ink marker is, I think it's running out. It's like half. Is this the same one? No, this is a Posca marker. I don't think this is the same. Is this the same? Yeah, this is the same. Yep. I see the difference. Now this one's definitely a 30. Yeah. See that? Like I'm being serious. Like that is 30. This is like 15. It's only giving me half of the paint from the marker. It probably means that it's empty as well, or on its way to being completely empty. Yeah. So how's the day treating you? Are you guys like guys and gals and women and creatures of this amazing world we live in? Because yesterday don't exist. Only today. That's it. Oh man, I wish I could tell you guys, man, I wish I could share with everybody about the things that like I know about this world. Like I told somebody about liminal spaces because she asked about it. Um, but like there's like so many freaking things. Like when I was younger, somebody told me like having conversations about things that don't matter are pointless, right? So if I tell you about something that has nothing to do with your life, it's pointless. It makes sense. Like what am I supposed to do with this information once you receive it? And I often say, well, you can change your life, or you can just write it down. It could be something that somebody was conversating with you. Just jot it down. So I had a conversation about liminal space, and a lot of people don't even know what liminal space is, or the fact that it's not even important. But a liminal space is a space where no beings live. It was created, but nothing lives in it. So if you take a picture, a mental picture, or an image on your phone or something, and you look at it, it has no people. That's liminal space. And because on the back of my drawings, she kept seeing that I had like the same idea of this space. She asked about it, and I said, it's because no one lives there. It's the back of the image. The front of the image has a being or a creature or something that has movement and life. And so that's what happens on the back of, and I call them liminal spaces. Yeah. So just like I said, I want to explain everything because it all makes sense, like just because it exists. And it's crazy. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours today. Wow, that's cool. So I'm waiting for this red face to dry. I don't think I have to do two. Nope, I don't have to do two coats. Just use the one. And I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw his eyeballs. Yep, I'm gonna draw his eyeballs. What's happening? Nice, nice. Okay, so I think the tail is next. So I guess I can just make the tail. I'll just do a blue. Some, or if somebody want to make a suggestion, I can suggest make them blue though. I apologize. It's very difficult to hold people's attention for long periods of time, but I'm glad you're still here. I'm so glad. Got that, and this is my cat too. Somebody made this for me, and I'm probably going to get more of these because they're pretty amazing. They're pretty. Oops. Did I just? They're pretty amazing. The cat is supposed to go. That's his face. This side. I got it. Oh shoot, I was supposed to put white on it first. Put some white on it. See, that's what I'd be saying. Like, when I explain things, people just want to hear normal stuff because the brain can only function with like minimal amount of like interference from other proportions of existence. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But that is the way it goes. And wait, I, this this one, you're supposed to go this way. This way. So let's draw your eyeballs. Yeah, that looks right. That looks correct. Let me give it a few seconds so it'll dry. And yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do with the next couple of drawings. I have an idea. I just need to choose some colors because I have this next one that's coming up, and it is just yellow, so I have to fill it. I have to fill it with rain. So I have the body, and I have the head. Yep. Yep. Okay, that's gonna take a while. So I'm gonna add. Put that right. Put that right there. I'll let that dry. So just like I said, I've been trying to figure out the glossiness of each one. So I'm just gonna add some white in the front, of the legs, and then the back of the legs, back. And we're gonna go from here to here. I think that's far enough. And then to the back. Because I want it to look like it is super shiny. I want my cats to be shiny. The best way that I can. Let's go. All right, now it looks shiny. I did it right. I did it right. All right, let's add some black to these eyeballs. I don't think this marker is holding up like it said it was. This marker is probably like on a 2. Yeah, this marker is not acceptable. All right, let's change this one out real quick. It might just be the ink that's causing the marker. This one doesn't have a round. All right, where are all the other markers? This one. This one. This one might be it. This might be. Yep, this one has a sharp. Let's go. See, this has a chisel. Has a chisel to it. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Absolutely. Perfection. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna add some tape. Because they're gonna connect when I put them on the shirts. Yee. Let's go. All right, I need the tail wherever that one went. Did it fall? Where did you go? All right, well, did it fall? I don't know where the tail went. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got it. I got it. All right, I just gotta add, because this one's blue, I just added a blue tail. So I wanted to make sure that the outline was white. So I'm just gonna add some white. Nice. Gonna let that simmer for a few seconds. Oh yeah, it's gonna simmer real nice. It's gonna simmer real nice. All right, let's set up our next. Oh wait, I gotta do the face too. I gotta make the face. Add some white. I think that's cheeks. The back of the cheeks. Because like I said, it's gotta be shiny. So it feels like it's supposed to feel like a container. Like something's inside. You get it? So this is just foam that I purchased from Michaels. And if you'd like to do the same, I think they're like $1 and a few cents. So that strategy would be cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some glue once we're all finished with this, and I'll probably post a video or something. Probably not of me gluing it together, but the finished and the end result, so that you can see that I'm actually doing what I said I was supposed to do, and put these cats and attach them to the shirts. Because I'm gonna glue it, and it's just gonna sit. It's gonna sit on a shirt like this. So hopefully it stays. Like when you wash it a few times, hopefully nothing crazy happens. I'm gonna use Gorilla Glue, some like wood glue, and the adhesion should be pretty good. So I'm gonna get what I say I need to get. And so this body necessarily doesn't have to go with this head, and this tail doesn't necessarily have to go. But I'm picking, just some random colors that would, just figure itself out. And I have a red, got another red face with a red tail. Yep. So on to the next. I think, let me see, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Wow. I have two left. And yeah, that should be good. So this one has nothing on it, but I thought of it. I just need another color, and I'm gonna do something different than just the scratches. I know that we all have tubes in our body, and I want to emphasize that in the cat. So I just need another color. You said it's fire? Whee! Where's the fire? Where's the fire? Oh, it's right here today. Appreciate that, Dondro. Appreciate that. Man, I'm having a great time, man. Man, I have this is always so much fun. It really is. It's always so much fun. But I need another color. It doesn't matter. It could be green, it could be white, it could be. Just can't use yellow because it doesn't show up. It's basically like white out. So I have light blues. Somebody told me to use, what does he say? He said chartreuse, and I had to look up what chartreuse was, and I figured out chartreuse is this color green. Yeah, I didn't know that, but I have basically every single color. It's about bear responsibility for this. It's about I bear responsibility for this. I like that, Dondro. You said blue? I can do blue. I have this blue, this blue. I have this blue. And I'm only giving you this because all of these markers need to be empty. So yeah, the goal is, I guess I'll just use these three. These two are not the same color. Actually, none of these are the same color. They're all different. How do I get this to stop? Yeah, they're all different blues. You said I was just laughing, but yeah, the first one, light blue, this one, got it. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna do it on this. All right. So I had this, like I always think to do, like when I draw, just figure out something different because mentally it helps open up unlocked doors. It's like asking questions unlocks doors. Like, how do I get the key to unlock this situation? So I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use, let's start from the bottom. There's like these tubes that I draw for the cats. And that is a part of the liminal space. It's a space in between all of the spaces. I don't know if you guys have checked out my other videos. You should probably do that because I'm figuring out how to create like new experiences. Like everything's probably always new for somebody, but I'm figuring out how to do that in an art related, like we all draw or we all think that we can't do something. So this is me figuring out how to avoid that situation in any way, shape, or form. Because I was told that people get bored. And I was like, being bored is it's just another word. Like maybe you should change your vocabulary. But if you don't want to change your vocabulary, you just want to change your perspective, I say just do something. Do something different. That's really it. You did the same thing yesterday. Oh no, today's a whole brand new day. You got to do something that you've never done before. Or if you did do it before, you got to do it differently because the brain wants to be stimulated. And the only way to do that is that you have to give it a different perspective. And in order to do that, I gotta press this button. I was that kid that pressed the button. You said middle? Oh, already used this one. I can use both of them now. I use all the markers. None of it is too late. It's not. So what I'm doing is just drawing lines on the outside or the inside or on the exterior. Because I want to see what it looks like if I was giving this cat an X-ray. Like you got your dermis, your epidermis. I want to see what it looks like if I was to give this a closer look. So I'm being a little bit careful because I don't want to run the lines into each other. So strategy is just to take my time around as if it was a racetrack. You know, you gotta be careful. You don't want to bump into the walls because if you bump into the walls, you might crash, which means that you can't continue to race. That's not good. That's not good at all. And I touched that. So as soon as this marker dries up, I'm going to add another color. And as it gets closer to the inside, it's going to get darker. All right, I guess it'd be a good time to change the marker. All right, so you said the other blue. This is the next one. It should just be a tiny bit darker. Might have or allow less light through it. That's what darkening means. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that made a huge difference. Actually, I think we can use all three of the markers at this point to make our statement. Just a tiny bit closer there. Give me a second. I'm going to show you what it looks like real quick. I know you can't see that from where I'm drawing it, but that's what it's doing. It's going from lighter to darker. And it's actually abruptly darker than the other marker. And we're gonna do another pass and then we'll change the markers, or we can just keep this one. I like the difference in color. This kind of feels like that retro thing that they had going on at some point in time. I don't know what year, but it was retro. And they always had like line work. So they had like these neon or these lines that would always like never, I guess it was like connection. Maybe that's what they were trying to emphasize with lines. And most of the time you saw them in like in art. You said all good. You said marker game. Let's go. What's up, Omizu? Appreciate you stopping by. All right, let's try this. Wait, no, that's the other marker. Put you over here because let's see what this one does. Oh, this is a brand new marker. You can tell it's brand new because the tip has no color. It's like a felt tip. And so it's either you have like a rounded, put this like right there, or that edge right there. So let's go with the rounded edge. You said it's going. You said how's it going? Oh man, this is the best day I've ever had, man. Yesterday was something. Oof, yesterday was something, but today I'm glad to be here. Yep. All right, let's see what this marker does. We're gonna add. Oh, there's some strength in this one. It's ready. Maybe the line. Ooh, the line is definitely different. Oh yeah, the lines are definitely different for this one. It actually worked out. It turned into an even darker. Out of all of those choices, went from light. Oh no, I touched it. I touched it. Oh no. That's not. Oh man, do you see that? I touched it. I like that though. I think I'm gonna use that. It did it did like a 7 in damage. Can you see that? It's right there. Get up. Just get up real close. Can you see that? It did like a 4 in damage, but I like it. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna continue to do that because I like it a lot. Oh shoot. It's like imprinting on my hand, on my finger. Just gonna just gonna keep doing that. And just never know. Just never know. Oh shoot. How you doing, Omizu? You said chisel tip? Yeah. I like that. I didn't even know you had an option. I think I might have used the markers for like 2, 3 months and never knew that there was a chisel tip on the other side. Who would have known? Who would have guessed? But I did that to it. I did damage. I did like a 40 damage to it. It's just gonna ride like that. I'm gonna set it right here. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. All right, the damage is done already. You said now it's an armadillo? I think that's what it wanted to be. That's what I think it wanted to be. And I was helping it on its way because that's what it said it wanted to be. I have a story about a fish that wanted to be. What did he want to be? He wanted to be an elephant. How about that? So I helped him become an elephant. Yep. This is cool though. I like the little interior. It looks like I did this on accident, but guess what? There's purpose. 100% purpose. All right, so we're just gonna let that be for right now because we gotta work on the face. We're gonna work on. We're gonna work on the face. I just need a color to go with this one. Oh yeah, we're gonna make sure that this one is highlighted as well, so it looks like it's filled with something. We just need a color to start these engines. I mean, it could be a blue face too, right? Right. Oh yeah, I just want to let you guys know I have this cat. He's just hanging out. He's gonna be a part of my collection. Isn't that cool? He's just hanging out. Oh my gosh, these are so much fun. So somebody gifted me this, and now I have this one. They're friends. I can't wait to sell these too. Yep. 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 All right, so put these two just hanging out right there. All right, so we haven't used like let's do black. Let's just go with that. I think this one is almost empty though. I can hear that there's a little less space. Oh shoot, it's almost 3 o'clock. Oh shoot. We made it, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, I have to get more black markers now, it seems. I use black a lot. And I really don't like using the Sharpies as often either. But that's just my option. So we're gonna give him a black face. Let's go. All right, let's start your engines. Oh wait. I should have did okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the rest of this marker to do like shadows. Actually, this actually might turn out really well. It might be the best thing I've ever created. Do you ever think about that? You as a creator, like the next thing you create is like, wait, is this the best thing I ever created? Because the last thing I created was like amazing and probably just fit the same bill too. You ever think about that? Like, I think that this is the best piece that I've ever made. Or am I just here alone, like thinking I might just be the only one. That's fine. That's so fine. That's perfect. Perfect. I don't want to give this thing more ink because if I give it more ink, it's going to do more damage. Because right now it's doing like between a 2 and a 1. And I kind of don't want it to leak as much. Yeah. As soon as I press the button, it's going to automatically just start leaking as much paint as possible at the bottom. I like the scratches though. I really do. It helped me get here, so I'm happy about that. I know there's ink in there on the tips somewhere, but is that better? Does that look good? That looks good, right? I did a good job. I did. I really did. All right, so this, perfect. All right, let's add some white to the eyeballs. And we're looking in this direction. We're looking in this direction. So our eyeballs are gonna go like this. And like this. And like this. Let's see if that looks right. A little bit. Give me 1 second. Now it looks right. Yeah. Cool. It looks like an onion. That's what it looks like. But all of the scratches I made from, looks like it. All right, so let's clean up some of these markers. Oh, there's the other black marker. I didn't even see that one. I think this one's dry. We're gonna go ahead and chisel in its eyeballs. You said an onion cat? That's what it probably is. Sorry, it's like trying to focus in on my face at the same time. Like that's what it's trying to look like that. Yeah. I'm trying to get good thumbnails too. Sheesh. There it is. Nice. Nice. All right, I think we are, oops, I think we overdid it. I should have never pressed the button. Now it's leaking. All right, so what I figured it, so if any of the ink does something different, I can just go back over it once it's dry. I can just use the white to clean up any of the extra paint that has decided it wants to go in places it's not supposed to. So we have our onion face cat. Yesterday we had a deer face cat. Yeah, today it's a brand new day. All right, so we just got to do, last but not least, our tail part. And we can make this any color. I'll probably just make it red. I don't think anybody's going to argue with me over that color. If you want to argue, we can have a debate. Colors really do matter. Yeah, they do. I do with the red marker though? What did I do with the red markers? No. So this is like this is organization. Because if you keep everything in one, you can't go wrong. Now, if they were all over the floor, I would have some issues. All right. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You said the etch and sketch filter? You're right, it is. Dang, I haven't used the etch and sketch in forever. You said my cats smell like an onion. Are your cats eating onions on a daily? Cats do eat onions too. If you let them get into the garden, and they'll eat them. At least it's not choppy. My last few streams have been awful. You said your stream's been awful? I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. So always join your streams, Amizu. It's just so quiet. I watch for a bit, say to myself, damn, he's so great that I bounce. I think I'll be saying the same thing too, because I watched the dragon one you made, like, for like days. I watched it and I was like, man, who is this guy? The first one I saw you, the first the mech uh dragon, or yeah, that one really got me. I was like, this dude right here, he's something dangerous. He got some skills, man. Yeah, your paint technology is right there, man. You know exactly what you're doing. Exactly what you're doing. All right, so I'm gonna take this head to this body right here, and voila. So this is going to fit on. This is going to fit on a shirt that I'm making. So the hopes of it is that I'm gonna glue this, because all of this is oh wait, I was supposed to tape it. It's like a foam. So I'm not sure if it's gonna wash. It's gonna wash off the foam at some point in time, or I don't know. But I'm hoping that I can attach these yellow pieces of foam to shirts as gifts. I like to think that everyone loves this special gift. So here is this fella. This one got right into it. This is the dangerous cat. This is that one cat when you were in school, he always came to school like he just got finished fighting like raccoons or something. That guy you got to be afraid of. This is him right here. So he's finished. I don't know what his name is, but that one's finished. You said you're gonna glue the cat to the shirt? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. I have, yep, I'm gonna glue it just like that. I sure am. I got up this morning, I was like, I gotta do something with these shirts. Because I got a bunch of shirts I bought from like Michaels, or yeah, Michaels. And I was like, it's time for me to start making some more shirts. You said Staples? I was thinking of hand sewing each one of them to the shirt. I said that might be a better idea too. But then I was like, the wood glue probably would do, it would probably do a little bit better. Because I actually, hold on. So I was like, well, this is like the shirt of everything. I figured out how to add things to the shirt. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. Just went, there it is. So I painted it. This is just the markers right here. Oh my gosh, this light is crazy. And here's, can you hear that? That's sturdy. That ain't going nowhere. Here's another one with just the acrylic paint. Here's some more. Here is just paper. I put paper on this one right here. That's paper. But some of it's peeling. Oops. On the back is the acrylic markers, but when I tell you this came out so freaking good, look at the detail that it laid in the shirt. Hold on. Look how detailed it allowed the paint to stay. It's wild. So this is like my test shirt of all the colors. Yep. So I figured I could try some stuff out, and I glued this foam, this yellow foam that I'm working with. Oh, that might not work. That came off real easy. And it left the glue behind too. We'll figure it out. Because I have a couple different types of glues that I could probably use. Or if I need to go buy, was it a dual-sided adhesive, something. But I'm playing around with stuff because that's the nature of it all. Where's the other one? The other one's right here too. I was hoping that it would glue. Yeah, it doesn't do too well. So we'll figure this out. And it left behind an underside to it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to attach them to the shirts. Glue seemed easy because it's just press on, but if I iron it on, the iron could probably could do it way better. Way better. You said put it on the back? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You said an artist friend of mine gifted me some art dolls he made. Oh, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up. You said, yeah, hand sew it. I could definitely hand sew it. I have no problem with that. And I have a sewing machine too, so I could probably just sew them into it. I wouldn't mind tasking that. It would be an easy process for me since I've learned how to sew. Did you ask the shirt yet? I just did, and it told me that I shouldn't glue it. It said don't glue it at all, like, because that's not gonna work. I mean, I could probably use hot glue, or I can use crazy glue. I use what's the word? I used wood glue. That didn't help. Usually, wood glue is good for um, yeah, but it didn't work. Oh, you said, did I wash the shirt yet? Yes, I've washed not that shirt, but I washed the shirts, and the colors do seem to seep off. But I didn't wash them with these yet. So, like I said, these are all trial and error. I'm trying to figure out like something fun to do with the materials that I purchase. You said there should be some acrylic mediums that would work on textiles. Okay. Okay, I'll take that. But I know they have. I could just buy a sheet of um, uh, what's like it. What's the heck is the word? It's like adhesive material, and I just use it to glue fabrics together. So this is a fabric, and the other one's a fabric. So I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. Yep. specifically made for stuff like this. Yeah, I just like I said that this is just a test shirt. So um actually the crazy thing is I used for this paper, I used uh what's it called? Not wax. Oh my gosh. Plastic? Yeah, plastic sheet. You know, you buy it from like, I don't know what the heck it's called. Buy it from like Walmart to wrap up your artwork and your food. Yeah, I use that. You said maybe Gorilla Glue would work. That was Gorilla Glue that I put up there before I started the stream. I glued them up there and they automatically came off. Yep. All right, so the light is changing in the house. So I think we're gonna have to wrap this one up because yeah, because the light is becoming very bright and yeah, very intrusive. So so let's do our last cat. Got to figure out what colors, y'all. This looks like this is gonna be it. You said those would look so cool on some hats. Oh yeah, I already planned that one too. I sure did. Like I said, I just have to figure out what material, what will stick to it. Yep, like these. I already have. Yep, I already have it. I have smaller cats that I cut out too. Yep, I'm gonna put them on hats. Oh yeah. Because I actually there's a vending show this weekend, and I said I wanted to prep for it, but I have to get this stuff to work properly. And if I can't figure it out, then I can't vend. That's why I cut up a bunch of these already to see if they're gonna work. And I make like 5 or 6 shirts with it, and yeah, take some hats because I have hats to see how it all works. But I think I would have to sew if I can't find the materials. But after this, I'm gonna go and find the material that I'm gonna need in order to put this together. And I gotta hurry up because the longer that I talk, the more sun is going to beam in here. I think I'm just gonna use all white for this next body of the cat. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Those would look they would look amazing. Yeah, they would look really amazing. All right, I'm just gonna add dots to the yellow because that'll help the yellow stand out as well. And oof, might have to. It is allowing way too much. Got it. Yep. And I'm also going to put them on the website too. I keep trying to update the website with art. Um, but as soon as I get a good play on some of the items at work, I'm definitely going to add them to the website. So you can go to perkyspocket.bigcartel, or you can scan his barcode. Go ahead, you can scan it. There it is. That's the barcode. That's it right there. Yep. You said stop moving? Okay. Yep. So I'm trying to update the website at least once a week. I have posters of cats. I have a painting. Let me see. I have a painting that I'm working on as well. I'm just doing like 50 million things, and my phone's about to die too. I can't wait to post that. I probably should have posted some. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes I don't like doing work in progress type photos. Something about it feels weird because, like, sometimes I may not come back to it, and I don't like when I do that. But I am working on. I'm working on a bunch of stuff. I painted this. It's a 24, 26 by 36. It's a crab. It's holding butter on its head. Yep. So I'm always working on something. I'm always creating something because that's just what my mind does. And I'm also painting these two portraits of cats fishing that I haven't finished yet either. But all of that will be finished by June. Yeah, all of it has to be finished by June. So I have a show called Butter coming up, and the show is specifically about butter. So that's why the crab is holding a large piece of block butter on its head. And I said that's going to be like my like probably like the most stunning picture that I've ever created because I want to do realistic creating, and I'm on to it. Like I'm just figuring out how to do colors and et cetera, et cetera. But uh, that last show that I did really helped me open up a bunch of doors. So yeah, somebody gonna buy that. Yep, somebody gonna buy that crab. Somebody gonna buy the cats. Yep, yep. I'm just adding stuff to my collection of everything. You said nice. You said butter crab. You said you like it. Let's go. I appreciate that. Yep. The crab is like this reddish, brownish, orangey color. I was like, man, that thing looks like this is delicious. I said, and it's bringing butter to the party too. Oh, he don't know what he in for. He don't have a clue. But I'm making two. Actually, I have to make three of those. One is the one you see with the block butter, and then two of them have moons, like moon shapes. One is butter, and the other one is like a bluish color to like a neon color to it. I have a picture of it too. Because I'm working on like 15 things at one time. I like it. So here, yo, that light is like beaming right there. I might have to close the door. Close the door. Yeah, because there is crazy amount of light. Crazy amount of light. I don't know if that worked either. I don't think that worked either. I'm trying. This is the end of the stream anyway, so that was just a lot of light. Natural light is sometimes crazy. We're here for it though. You said it's bringing it to the crab boil? Absolutely. Because we plan on eating that thing. And that thing is huge. It could feed like probably like 10 people. Easy. Yep, and I'm making two of them. Oh, he gonna be delicious. He gonna be real delicious. Woo, he gonna be delicious. People gonna go to sleep on that one. Yep, they gonna be some sleepy people. All right, so I need another color for the face. I think we're gonna do green. We can go back to a dark green for the face. Let's do that. Do dots. Let's do dots. Let's do. Oh, let me draw the eyes first, because that will bring out the. Wait, it's left. Yeah, it's left. Oh. Yep, that looks good. Let's go with that. Oops. I think I might have gone too far down, but it's cool. All right, let's add these green dots. And I think we are about to be finished. We just get the tail. This was fun though. I really had a lot of fun doing this, and it took me almost 3 hours. God dang, that's a lot of work for a couple hours. That's a lot of work. A whole lot of work. And a whole lot of green on my fingers too. A whole lot of it. It's like in my face. And we're gonna do around the eyes. I hope this one works. Got a black marker. Oh, it is dripping. Uh-oh. Well, looks like we're gonna be filling up this one. Yep. I rushed it a little bit, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take care of the white on the inside. It's too much. It's too much. Process. So we have, oh my gosh, I have so much ink on my hands. So we have to do the tail last. Look at my hands. Crazy amount of ink. Let's do a red tail. Yeah, let's do red tail again. I like the red. I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't sit outside, because I went to the door and oh my gosh, it feels like 89 degrees at the door. Yep. All right, we got our red tail. I'm gonna let that dry. And we're gonna go and do. Oh, we already did that one. Everybody. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do the white on the face. I think I might have to though. Let's do that then. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for this one to dry, and then I'm gonna do the outline. But yeah, let's do. So I want to make sure that they look like they are shiny. Let's go. A little bit. This was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. I had no idea I could do this. Yeah, this one looks different though. Looks really different. Yep. And, oh yeah, the marker is just being soaked into. He's supposed to look shiny, but he got something else going on. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see if I could change. All right. Well, looks like this will be. That was weird. This will be our last. Is this marker empty? Oh, I hear it. I'm so glad I get to draw on the table too. Everywhere is art. All right, so let's see if I can. Nope, I can't fix it. Nope, nope, nope. That one will not let me fix the eyeball. Thanks for watching, y'all. I really appreciate this. This is like day one. Nope. No, I can't fix the eyes on that one. It looks like he's sad now. Look at him. He looks like he just got beat up. I don't want that to happen to my cats. I want them to be nice and healthy and fat and full of rain. But that didn't happen today. He became something totally different. And let me see. I know I have a ton of markers, but they all seem to have something crazy going on with them. With the tips. What's wrong with your tip? It's broken. Let's see this one. Okay. Just like all of the white markers just decided to take a hiatus from working. This one's got black on it. You know what that means? If stuff like that started to happen, it means you gotta take a break. Yep. Yeah, this is not. Nope. Nope. Marker doesn't want to work. All right, I think that's it, y'all. I mean, it looks good though. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks good. It looks really good. I just gotta put the tail. Where'd your tail go? I don't always figure. Oh, there it is right there. There it is, sir. I have your tail for you. All right. Hold still. This is only gonna hurt a little bit. Nice. Oh, shoot. Ta-da. Ta-da. Oh, no. Ta-da. Ta-da. Wait, where's your tail at? Oh, there it is. I see what you just did. That's cool. I like this one. I like this one. This one's probably the best one. The green face one, the Ninja Turtle. He's got it going on. I like it. So hopefully in the future you guys see these put on some shirts, you know, in the future. You said take care, Full of Rain. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Catch you in the next time. Well, appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Dondra. Appreciate you, Omizu. Appreciate you, Gage. Appreciate everybody who is lurking in the background. If you guys like my content, please come back for more because I made it. Let's go. See ya.